Hello again, everyone. I suddenly realised I haven't got round to making a birthday card for Phil, whose birthday is coming up in, well, just a few days, really. So I've had this die from Gummiapan for quite some time, but I've just got this one, and they look like a nice matched pair to me. So I just want to to make him a birthday card saying, "Happy birthday, handsome." I thought it was funny. So I've cut out 3 of each. I've had to go over a couple of different happy birthdays to see which one goes better with this die. I don't know where it's from. It says handsome. It's the word and it's shadow. So I've cut out some and we'll sort those out in a minute. So my idea is to have these two kind of in the middle somewhere like this. A happy birthday, one of these two, either that one or that one, stamped there, and the handsome at the bottom, kind of down here somewhere. I'll give them a little grounding of some description, don't quite know what, and a bit of colour. So those are the colours I've chosen. I've gone with sort of teal and through to blue, G500, G326 and PB7. I've got this for the legs and the beak, Y260, and a really, really pale sort of creamy lemony colour, Y010, which is primrose, just for the eyes. Don't want to leave them absolutely stark white. So I'm going to do as ever and chop some of these up and put them into layers. So let's start with the chap. I want to have the bottom layer just as the wings, the legs and the eyes. So the next layer up, I'm going to cut off the legs, cut off the wings and cut out the eyes. So let's kind of do that. If I can get my cut off the legs. This one's got a little bit of body coming down, well, both legs actually. So I'm just going to cut the actual legs off, not the feathery part that goes down towards the legs. Cut off the wings. And then I've got to try and get the eyes out if I can. Okay. And the only top layer I want, actually, I think, is the beak. So, see if I can get the eyes out of this. Just a tiny little snipperoodle. It's where it helps to have really pointy scissors. Okay, there's one eye gone. Let's get the other one. Snip. And, whoops, can we get there? Snip. Okay, so that's that one. That's for the second layer. Coming to life already, isn't he? And the top layer is just going to be the beak, but I'll colour that before I cut it out, because trying to colour it once I've cut it out will be a nightmare. So let me just, those are the colours I tried out. So let's just do a bit of colouring. So the bottom layer has to have do I want this, just the eyes? Let me just think about them, think what I'm doing. So we'll colour in the eyes like this. Okay. And the feet from here on downwards. Okay, and the beak, while I'm at it, is going to be on this one, isn't it? Just colour that beak in. Okay. Right. Now, I want to go around the edges of this so that it sort of matches in with, and if anything shows, it'll be, it won't be white, that's all I'm trying to say. Right, the wings have got to be, the wings are being left, aren't they? So they've got to be, actually, I may cut off the kind of feathery, eerie bits. I think I'll do that off this one. Okay, so they'll look a little bit kind of further back, so we'll have to colour them. And this wing. A little bit of the leg. Don't know if that's going to show, but we'll see. Let's put the middle colour on. Whoops. There we go. I will just touch the edge so that if anything shows from the next layer, it as I say, it won't look white. Okay, so that's the bottom layer. Where's my next layer? Here he is. So let's use the darkest colour again, just around the left-hand side. It's fun. I want to do her similarly, but start with the middle colour and go to the lighter one, rather than using the darker one on her as well, just to make a bit of contrast, that's all. Now I can go over the beak, because the beak's going to be covered by the next layer. Let's try and blend this in a bit. I'll put some of the lightest colour on the right-hand side. Let's see how we're doing. Bit of colour around here. I'm not sure if I've got these the right way around, actually, whether I've got the... Yeah, I think that was supposed to be the lightest one, never mind. Let's put some of this one just in here then. Just in there. Okay. That's fine, I think I can stick that on. Here we go. Stick him on. Someone asked me yesterday about my magic mat. They said, was it much different from an ordinary self-healing mat? And I said they seem kind of similar, but one thing that you can do with the magic mat, if it gets a bit wavy, obviously with all the pressures of the die cutting that it does, it can bow a little bit, and you can get it back absolutely flat by simply heating it with your heating gun, your heat tool, which I did this morning, and my mats are now... I think I should have done this from the other side. My mats are now absolutely flat. But one thing that did happen that I was kind of a bit unaware of, can't get it in, and that is that I'll just show you actually, the nozzle of my heat tool, this plastic piece, is only held in by one screw. There's nothing this side, just one screw. And I think I hang it on a knob on one of the drawers of my desk, and it must have fallen off. And this just got slightly moved like that. Can you see? because it's only got one screw. And as I was heating my magic mat to flatten it, as you can see, it's absolutely flat now, perfect. The heat was on this plastic bit and it started to melt it. So just a warning, do be careful. If ever you're using your heat tool for a concentrated length of time, just do check if it's got a plastic top that it is on absolutely square. That was just by the by, but I thought it would be useful to mention. So do be warned, please. I don't want any accidents. And I'm having trouble with this. It should be okay. Okay, I'll try again. This will teach me, won't it, to put the cap on properly. Right, I'm trying to get some out. There it is. Right, let's just put the beak on, and then we'll do Conchita, which is the lady's name. She's Conchita. They're sweet, aren't they? I just need to put a little dot with a fine liner for the eye. So let's just grab one of these. There we go. Doesn't he look handsome? Oh my word. Now let's do the lady. Where is she? 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to have the bottom layer as, I think we'll have the body. Just wondering what to do really for her layers. The beak can be one, that's the very front one. The eye is the bottom one. Let's just take the eye out of this one. And this can be the second layer. And the third layer can be just the wing, I think. The wing and the beak. The wing and the beak. So we'll do those, colour them first and put them on afterwards. Okay, let me get a clean bit of paper or something to do the colouring on, because it probably doesn't show up very well where there's all the old scrapings on. All right. And I've got twinkle all over this piece, but never mind. So let's use the two lighter colours for her. So we'll go around the edge. This is the bottom layer, isn't it? This is the bottom layer. So the eye's got to be coloured on this. I'll just go around the edge. Right, let's just colour the eye. Oops, wrong end. And the legs, I think. Okay. Next layer is going to be this one. Let's cut the legs off. There's got a little bit of feathers just at the top of the legs as well, I think. That one's going to go, okay. Right, let's colour this one in. I might put just a tiny touch of this. Just a tiny touch around the edge. The beak is going to be covered, isn't it? So that's all right. I'm going to cut that bit of wing off there, because that's further back. So I'll have to emphasise that bit of wing just there a bit more. All right. Oops. Right. Let's carry on colouring this now. When you cut dies up like this, it makes it so much easier for colouring, because you're actually getting rid of bits, you know, that you're colouring over. You're either covering them up or cutting them off. So it really does help. let's colour in the beak of this one. I'm going to cut that off. And no, it's the wing I've got to do, isn't it? The wing. Yep. If you wanted to, I guess you could go mad with this and do, you know, cut the wing into layers, because it's got 3 sections in it here. Okay. Right, let's cut those bits off and see. Let's see how we're looking here. That's not quite coloured around the beak, so let me just fill that bit in round there. Doesn't matter if I go over the beak, of course. Just thinking perhaps I'll cut that top knot off as well. I think I will. I'll do a bit of, just in case it shows. Right, I think we're ready to put this one on top of this one. Okay, glue. Okay. Okay, and we need the beak and the wing. I haven't cut that very well. There's a tiny little bit that needs to come off. That's it. And the wing. That's what I do. You see, I leave it like that and then forget, which I should not do. I think this needs just a little blending in. There we go. And she needs a little dot for her eye, doesn't she? There we go. So, there's my 2 lovely people. Now, let's just find my card panel, clear away a few of the bits of detritus. Right, here's my card panel. Happy birthday, handsome. Oh dear. Do you know what? I was thinking, I think this one is better than that one. The reason being that the font is much bolder than that one, which is more in keeping with this die cut. So I'm going to do that one. So that is this one here. Should I do it in the middle? Or should I do it there? I think I might do it in the middle. Let me just stamp this. And if I get it in the wrong place or wonky or something, I could always cut that one out and stick it over the top. So, you know, never say never. Let's have a look. That looks about okay to me. Perfect. So now I'm going to stick the handsome onto its shadow, and I was wondering whether I would pop this up a little bit so that it really emphasises it. And as I'm looking at the two birds there, I'm thinking, what am I going to do to kind of emphasise them? Are they going to stand on a little shadow, or what are they going to do? But as I'm looking at them, I'm thinking I may just cut out a little square and mount them on that. So let's just see what this looks like once it's on its shadow. There we go. I can't remember the make of this. No idea. Happy birthday, handsome. Where is he? Here he is. The man himself. Two little hearts there might be nice, mightn't they? Where's my card base? Here's the card base. It doesn't actually need much, does it? I'm going to have a little think about that, if I need to do anything for them. Whether they have a little square, or... I did actually cut out a shadow from this piece of foam sheet. But looking at this, I don't actually think it needs it. I think flat on the card would be sufficient, actually. I'll have a think about that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe if you haven't. Please check your subscription if you are already subscribed. And if you could give a thumbs up, that would be absolutely wonderful. And anytime you want anything from Craft Stash or scrapbook.com, where I am affiliated, if you could click on the link in the description of my videos, which you'll find below the video, click where it says more or something, and you'll see the description. And then I would benefit from that affiliation. So any time you do that, I would be most grateful. So today I should be going, well, I'm going to the opera. And it's one of those venues, a bit like Glyndebourne, where you go and take a picnic and you sit and enjoy the sun, and it's freezing cold, raining, and I think I'll be wearing a thermal. The chaps will be in DJs. Can't wear the dress I was going to wear. Got to wear something warm. Oh dear, British summer. Don't you just love it? Anyway, thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.